Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook has been fired. At first glance, you might think, what is a Federal Reserve governor and why should you care? But the answer is more significant than you might think. The reason? Her replacement could give President Trump the vote he needs to finally lower interest rates for the American people. And look at the backdrop. Over the last 6 months, the Trump economy has roared back. Tariff revenues have surged past $150 billion this fiscal year. Manufacturing jobs are returning at the fastest pace in decades. Companies that once fled overseas are now building new plants on U.S. soil. Wages are climbing, inflation has cooled, and the consumer confidence is rebounding. One by one, the pillars of American prosperity are being rebuilt. This was confirmed by the president's cabinet today.
Since the inauguration, we've created over 500,000 new private jobs. And if you notice, when the numbers come out, government jobs are going down and private jobs are coming up. And that's what really fuels the country. New job numbers are going to be through the roof because of all of the different businesses that are moving into our country. And not just production businesses, autos and AI, but any business you can think of.
In 1 year, basically 8 months, we are at 245 deregulatory initiatives planned by these agencies. These aren't small things. Endangerment finding is one of the most deregulatory things we've in the history of this country.
We are seeing a blue-collar boom. In the first 7 months of your administration, real blue-collar wages have taken off. Your efforts on tax, trade, and deregulation have boosted paychecks for American workers while slowing the pace of inflation and lowering the cost of energy. Inflation has plummeted to just 1.9% since you took office, and the economy rebounded with real GDP surging 3% last quarter.
We led off today talking about gasoline prices. I'll throw in diesel. If you correct for inflation, they're at multi-decade lows. We made it easy to produce energy in America again, and those benefits are flowing. God bless your efforts. God bless your assembly of this team around this table. We're bringing the American dream back.
The last piece of Trump's economic puzzle has been interest rates. And with Lisa Cook's firing, President Trump may now have exactly what he needs to finish the job. Think about what high interest rates have meant. For small businesses, it's the difference between expanding or shutting the doors. For families, it's the difference between owning a home or being locked out of the market. For young Americans, it's the difference between taking a chance on their future or drowning in debt. Cook and Jerome, too late Powell, kept rates high, strangling the economy. And yet, while you were paying the price, she herself was accused of mortgage fraud. That's right. The very official keeping you from affording a mortgage was allegedly gaming the system to her own advantage. Why lower rates when she's doing just fine? This is the arrogance of the elites. The rules are not for you, the rules are for you, not for them. They get the deals, you get the bills. They get the loopholes, you get locked out. And while this was happening, the media told you it was responsible policy. But here's the bigger point. Every time President Trump uses the powers of his office, powers that are clearly his under the Constitution, the media screams, dictator! When he issues an executive order, he's called authoritarian. When he sets policy, he's accused of undermining democracy. Meanwhile, the Federal Reserve, we're told it deserves independence. The Department of Justice, independence. Judges, independence. Bureaucrats at every level, independence. Everyone in Washington is treated as beyond question, untouchable, independent. Everyone except the one person elected by the American people, the President of the United States.
Any of us who had economics in college or beyond knows that independence of the Fed is essential to the respect that our country commands in terms of our own economy throughout the world. The chairman of the Fed is the chair of the central banks, serves as a chair of the central banks globally, and it can't be a party hack.
Why does the Fed deserve unchecked power over your mortgage, but Trump doesn't deserve the authority? The Constitution gives him that authority. Why does the DOJ get to run itself into the ground with political prosecutions, but Trump can't issue orders without being smeared as a tyrant? The only person in this system who apparently doesn't get independence is the one person you actually voted for. And that's why Cook's firing matters, because now Trump might be able to get the votes to lower rates. And when rates come down, the whole facade of the Biden-era misery collapses. Borrowing becomes affordable, small businesses can expand, families can buy homes, wages stretch further. Inflation isn't fought on the backs of the working class, it's fought with growth. But let's not miss the symbolism here. Cook was supposed to represent integrity. Instead, she represents corruption. She was supposed to stabilize the economy. Instead, she destabilized the lives of ordinary Americans while allegedly securing benefits for herself. That's the system in a nutshell. Elites play by one set of rules, you play by another. And Trump is the only one they want to keep from exercising power because he's the only one who threatens to break that cycle, to put you, the Americans, first.